two teams here today. It's the Browns going up against the Bengals. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give any under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And the back goes into motion. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here we go now. Green 39.
Halfback sent in motion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. Hey.
To throw, it's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And the big tight end shifting around. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he floated one out there, incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Detroit!
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now Carr throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And while we have a moment, let's meet the starters defensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And they wanted to update and beef up their secondary, and they did that with their first-round selection. William Jackson III out of Houston has speed, good eyes in the secondary, and is aggressive on the corner.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go now. 3, 19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
Set. Green, 39. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
A former first-round selection, Bradley Roby is comfortable whether covering in the slot or outside the numbers.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to throw, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully
try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go.
Carr now on first down. It's brought in by Kevin White. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll come out in the pistol.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught at the 3. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go.
The play clock's running down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They come out here in the eye. Now back to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Lucky 56.
It's a quarterback sneak. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that is incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Here's Carr to throw. Surveying the field. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first. In the completion, nice throw, nice catch. But, Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
Now Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. From midfield, here's Carr. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kevin White from 10 yards out. And the Browns get a score closer. A try here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, now look
And the wideout in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And the back goes into motion. On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Halfback sent in motion. Carr now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. To throw, it's Carr. He hits White, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kevin White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are back within a score.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 30. Detroit! Detroit! Set!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a gain there of 11 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line.
Set, blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play clock winding down.
Detroit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And the back goes into motion. Time running out here on the play clock. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No.
The play clock's running down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 13 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Browns a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Oh, baby, alert. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
All right, here we go. Red 18, baby, alert.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slam. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Watkins alone on the left side.
Right, here we go.
In motion left is Hopkins. Throwing his Carr on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the cutback to the sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Gun.
They'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escapes the sack. That escapes the sack. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come out in the pistol.
We ready? Zebra!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Carr now on 1st down. On the left side, a catch by White. It's a pickup of 19, and the Browns are going to have a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Another pistol look here. Here's Carr. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Oh, nearly picked. That may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expected. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kevin White with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Set, 3-19! 3-19!
Halfback sent in motion.
No, check, Patriots!
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pick. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. Green 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Carr over the middle. He's got Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Carr. And this is caught by Watkins. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, always loved it when Coach Madden used to talk about the phrase, take what the defense gives you. Well, if you need 6 and they only give you 4, that doesn't help you. In this situation, they're giving you the middle of the field, but you need the sidelines. You have to know when to break the rules.
So second and 10 here. And the back goes into motion. Carr to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Throwing now is Carr. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.